Hello and welcome. My name is Naomi Damask. I'm actually in Minnesota in the US, and I'm here with Holly Couch as well as Kelly Turner. And today we are going to do a little bit of a presentation of insight of information that Kelly is actually pioneering over in the UK, partnering with Holly Couch and myself. Just give you a little bit of background about myself. I actually am a mom of two girls. My background is actually in corporate marketing and advertising. I've left that field about 13 years ago to pursue individual entrepreneurship on my own. And my life totally changed about 6.5 years ago when I was diagnosed with cancer. And so when this information actually came and landed in my lap, I looked at it for two reasons. One, because I am a business owner. I've done business for many years, helped other people grow their businesses. And also because of my own health. I really took a serious look at this information. So Kelly and I actually got introduced probably 2 years ago in a group. It was actually a cancer prevention group. She was looking for some information. I reached out to her and said, I have some knowledge around this information that I would love to share with you. And so I shared what we're about to share with you today. And Kelly really looked at this information and she really studied it. And for 2 years, Kelly, I think you were really just sort of watching what Holly and I were sharing on social media and really digging into the science. So I'm interested to hear from you, Kelly, why you finally said yes 2 years later to this information and what excites you the most about this information.
Okay. Thank you for that, Naomi. So it all began, I had my whats and my whys were very sort of strong, and the whys was that I'm coming from a nursing background and always been passionate about health and especially health prevention. All I could see around me was rates of cancer increasing along with other sort of health conditions. And on my what was, what can I do to try and lower the risk to myself and my family to ever going down that road? So hence why my question was posted on a cancer forum on Facebook. And so following that, me and Naomi connected and Holly. And at the time, first time I ever really heard about oxidative stress and, how the radicals really sort of impact on the body. So it was quite new information. And I thought, I didn't know what to believe. And I got really tied up with sort of family life. And I'm somebody that I have to really be passionate and I have to believe in something, and what I say is what I do. So I have to really be sure. I really have to be sure, hence the 2 years. So I have, like Naomi said, I've watched from the sideline, and both Naomi and Holly are very sort of inspiring people. I could see that they were very passionate about health and wellness, and that kept me very intrigued. And on top of that, I started to sort of look into sort of nutrition myself. So I was watching Holly and Naomi from the sideline. I could never shut the door on it. I kept on being really curious and wanted to know a little bit more. And for myself, I always had this belief in what you put in your body impacts on your health. And I had my own little journey with some menstrual problems. First of all, about 10 years ago, when I started, over that actually, well over 10 years ago, when I started university, and I had really bad issues in my menstrual cycle, and I was using too many sort of, microwave foods, in all honesty, and then that cleared up when I changed my diet. I moved into a house with friends, and it cleared up, and things really got stabilized. Roll on to last year, I moved, and I started having worse problems where I was diagnosed with premenstrual syndrome. And for 2 to 3 weeks of a month, I felt absolutely horrendous. And something inside of me knew that was to do with my nutrition. I probably got a little bit lax with my sugar intake, and I was still eating relatively healthy. A lot of veg and salads and fruit, but the way I was cooking it, I was probably losing a lot of nutrition, which I know now. So in turn, I had all these problems. I returned to Wales I started looking into things a little bit more, changed the way I was doing things. And yeah, literally, I had one or 2 months, things got much better. And then I found out I was pregnant. So things clearly worked.
Mm-hmm.
I got a lot better. So then I started doing an online nutrition course because I wanted to learn more. My son is 3 years old. All these health conditions are increasing. I've had my own issues which I know were linked to nutrition. And I wanted to learn more and more to be able to make my family a lot more healthier. So from doing this online nutrition course, it was all about, oxidative stress, free radicals. And I just thought, oh my goodness, I've been on the sideline for 2 years, and this science, this natural supplement that has, it's sort of, got backed by science. It's got research articles on PubMed that I used to use that database for my nursing assignments, and I haven't done anything about it. So sort of everything came together for me, and I started to take a lot more notice with the research and that's behind these sort of supplements. And then I was watching all the feedback from other people. And even though I know it can sort of manifest differently in different people because it all works at a cellular level, but to see some of the feedback from people just blew me away, completely blew me away, from people who just had strokes and how it helped their recovery, people with children with autism, people who had cancer, MS, the list just goes on. And with oxidative stress, known to be the root cause of like 200 plus diseases, I just thought, oh my goodness, I can't believe I waited this long. I need to get on board. that is what has led to me where I am now. And the other thing that blew me away is that I've always had really difficulty from a business perspective. I knew how I wanted to create my life. Your priorities change, when you have children. Mm-hmm. I didn't want to miss a Christmas concert and, any sports day or anything like that. And I want to be there for my children, and childcare is expensive, and it's more tricky. If you don't got childcare, it's really, really tricky, and I didn't want to miss out. And my husband lives away, so sometimes we have to move. So I needed something I was, really passionate about, something I really believed in, something that was linked to health because that is, where my passion lays, and something that was flexible, that worked around family, and something that if we do move for my husband's job, I can take it with me. And this just ticked everything. So hence why where I am now, which I'm really, really excited about. And I will add, my husband has been taking both the NRF1 and NRF2, and he would be the first to say, Callie, what is this? It's rubbish. But he's the biggest fan ever. He can't believe how much different he feels. He said, I must have been walking around with a permanent headache and got used to it because he's got so much energy, he feels healthier, he looks healthier, and that's less than 2 weeks.
Oh my word, that is amazing, Callie.
I'm so excited to be a part of this, because to be able to tick all those boxes and to be able to share this with other people to help them with their own health journey in any way, shape or form, that excites me. It's rewarding, and coming from a nursing background, you do it because it's rewarding, and this carries the same sort of meaning.
Oh, well, I love that, Callie, and we are so excited to be partnering with you and bringing this over to the UK and elsewhere throughout the world. It really is important information. And I'm about to introduce you guys to Holly Couch, who's going to run through some information. Obviously, you heard some terms that Kelly was throwing around: oxidative stress, NRF2, NRF1. A lot of these are very new to people, even new to people in the medical world. It's not a common term used in everyday language, but it's starting to change. So with no further no blah, 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 blah. See, anyone can do this business, people.
Oh, good.
It's all good. Anyways, I want to introduce Holly Couch to you. Holly Couch is actually the reason why I'm involved in this business. She was the one that actually came to me with this information, so I'm always very grateful to be able to say, you know what, it's because of her having an open mind that she really looked at this business. And at the time, she had a lot going on. She runs a nonprofit. She has a teenage son. And actually, at the time when this information landed in her lap, she had just created a graduate program that involved the Dalai Lama. So very big to do information that she was muscling around in her head and trying to think, how can I do graduate school and not do this business? And when she made a final decision, she decided to put graduate school on hold and just pioneer this information, because she saw what this was. It's a business about timing, as well as she's just such a passionate, driven person about helping people that she's like, this is about others, not just myself. And on top of doing all this, Holly is also a life coach. So she just comes from a place of heart-centered, fully wants people to play a big role in this world. So Holly, I would love for you to share with us what we are pioneering.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And Kelly, we really are. We are so honored to be working with you in this, and, you know, listening to you speak about your what and your why, and, you know, what this business is going to mean for you. I can't wait until the day you're presenting this business. You are such an eloquent speaker, and everything you were saying, I'm like, gosh, I could just let you do this presentation and we'd be fine. But you are just such a beautiful human being, and we are really, really excited to be partnering with you, and can't wait to come over there live and in person.
I know.
Work with you. So yes, I'm going to pull up a PowerPoint presentation, and I'm going to do my best to keep this under about 20 minutes. So this is going to be a very broad strokes overview of what we have our hands on. Okay, so yes, let's get started. So I'm going to be telling you more about this company and this compelling science that really, really caught my attention a little over 4 years ago. This science emerged out of a biotech company that we have all now partnered with, because of the positive health and lifestyle implications have been so significant for us personally and for all the lives that we've already touched. This company, LifeVantage, is at the forefront of several emerging sectors within the wellness industry: biohacking, nutrigenomics, and NRF2 activation. The science is years ahead of its time, so this is something that even most doctors have not heard of yet. With that said, it is something that's now attracting the attention of more and more medical professionals who normally wouldn't take a second look at something like this. But because the science behind this is all third-party validated in respected medical journals and by the National Institutes of Health. We really are in a very different conversation around health and wellness currently, with more and more people waking up to natural and preventative medicine, and from a functional medicine point of view rather than a disease management mentality. And what we have our hands on is very significant in this conversation. And please know, we realize this is a very new conversation. This is very new information. It may not resonate with you right away, and we will honor however this information lands for you personally. We are not high pressure salespeople. That is absolutely not how we work. So there are several reasons that I took this information seriously that I'm going to quickly share with you. Our flagship product was featured on ABC News Primetime, which is comparable to a BBC documentary. We are also a publicly traded company, trade on the global NASDAQ. We have a complete transparency as far as the numbers and what's going on at our executive level. We are also very financially stable. We are on a trajectory to become a billion-dollar company. And we are the official corporate sponsor for Real Salt Lake Major League Soccer team. This was a very strategic and fun alliance because professional soccer is the fastest growing sport in the world. An opportunity like this just doesn't come along very often. And this is the perfect storm of peer-reviewed science, publicly traded company, you know, pioneering what Washington State University here in the United States calls the most extraordinary breakthrough in preventative medicine in the history of medicine. So how we got from 2005 to now, from retail to direct sales is kind of an interesting story. Our products have been sold since 2003, first through the retail channel. Rite Aid, GNC, Vitamin Shop, I'm not sure how many shops like that are in the UK, but the company wasn't growing because the science was so far ahead of its time. But it is quickly gaining momentum now, especially again in the natural and functional medicine community, and now even in Western medicine. So we went from, when we switched business models from retail to the direct sales business model, we went from 3 million in sales to over 200 million in a very short period of time. And we're, and this company grew simply from having conversations like we're having right now, and by now using social commerce. So as I mentioned, LifeVantage is at the forefront of truly cutting edge fields in wellness, biohacking, and nutrigenomics. Biohacking is using nature's built-in protective mechanisms to stack the cards in your favor, optimizing your health and maximizing your biological potential. Nutrigenomics is the scientific study of the interaction of nutrition and genes, especially in regard to prevention or treatment of disease. Everything that we do or do not do for our health now affects our outcome and puts us either on a trajectory towards wellness or towards illness. This is an extremely innovative product that we're going to be talking about. This is a category creating product. There's not another one like it in the world that has as much science as ours does, which makes this journey extremely exciting. So I'm going to show you at least a portion of this ABC news clip now. It aired back in 2005, and then I'm going to get you up to speed with where we have taken this science and where this company's gone since then, and go into a little more detail into the science. This news clip also explains the science in a nice nutshell at the beginning of this presentation, so that I can take it into further explanation as we speak further.
The following is an ABC primetime investigative report that aired in 2005.
You want to get an edge on turning back the clock with just a few pills? Who doesn't? Well, it's no longer science fiction, but science possibility, a potential breakthrough. As I found out firsthand, there may be a way to erase years, at least inside my body. Granted, it's down the road, but some scientists are wondering if a new pill I took might offer a very long life.
It may not look like the fountain of youth, but inside this nondescript building, I'm about to become part of an exciting experiment, a kind of guinea pig.
Dr. McCord, okay.
I'm here at the University of Colorado in Denver to meet Dr. Joe McCord, a world-renowned scientist.
This is a pretty exciting stuff you're finding, huh?
It is. We're very excited about it.
His latest research could very well unravel the mystery of aging itself. And his decades of experiments may have the potential of adding years to people's lives and possibly prevent chronic diseases like cancer, diabetes, and heart disease. It all centers around this small yellow pill, and for me, it begins with a blood test.
Can you scoop? Yeah, there we go.
It wouldn't be the first time I've given blood for this company.
They want to check my levels of something called T-bars, which is a rough indicator of a person's actual age. T-bars can identify a condition known as oxidative stress, a kind of measure of the wear and tear on our bodies. Oxidative stress, like the rusting of an engine, is not a good thing.
Bad for the body,
Leading to disease.
leading to disease and leading to malfunction, and importantly, leading to what we call aging. It is a slow progression of increasing oxidative stress. That's the main characteristic biochemically of the aging process.
The problem of aging begins with the very food we eat to give us energy. As our cells burn that food, they also release toxic chemicals. Those chemicals, you may know them as free radicals, react with all the components of our cells, literally bombarding them millions of times per second, damaging all our cells. The result? Oxidative stress, and we all have it. The body fights back with a system of defenses. It makes two antioxidant enzymes, catalase and SOD, whose job is to gobble up the free radicals before they can harm our cells. But as we get older, some of those toxic radicals overwhelm our enzymes and wreak their havoc. For a long time, scientists thought that antioxidant vitamins like C and E would lower it, but they don't.
It's turned out in just the last 5 years or so, we see that they're not good enough tools. They're not powerful enough.
But this pill, he says, is powerful enough. In fact, many times more powerful.
So, doctor, how often do I take these?
And so, here I go. With that swallow, I've just become part of a potentially landmark scientific experiment.
Doesn't taste bad.
It's called Protandim, and tests on both mice and humans have already shown that it revs up the manufacture of those good enzymes in our bodies. More enzymes, fewer free radicals to harm us. Whether that will lead to longer life is still unknown. Experiments to see if mice live longer are about to get underway, but it's a tantalizing theory.
Right now, all we know is that this preparation decreases oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is not a disease, just like aging is not in itself a disease, but it's something that accompanies and is attached to many disease processes.
Have you discovered the fountain of youth?
I wouldn't put it that way, but we may have discovered something that will tell us a lot more about how we age, what happens biochemically, and maybe how we can slow it down. And so you can see the age-related.
Normally, oxidative stress, measured by those T-bars, increases with age. But in Dr. McCord's tests, taking just one pill of Protandim a day reversed that trend for everyone at every age, even for an 80-year-old.
They all are reduced to the level of oxidative stress that one would expect, frankly, in a newborn or a very young child.
Back to the oxidative stress levels of a child? It sounds too good to be true. Will Protandim work on me?
But what about my progress? After nearly 2 weeks now, it's time to get my results. Dr. McCord calculates the numbers. The result? My level of oxidative stress has declined dramatically.
45%, that's excellent.
Just look at where I fall on the graph, before and after.
Which, if extrapolated back, is the level you would see in a newborn baby.
Have we turned back the clock? Well, maybe not on the outside, but deep inside within my cells. Yes, indeed.
Would you suggest I keep taking this supplement?
I would.
And so, ancient Eastern healing and modern Western medicine may soon be working together. High oxidative stress is associated with more than aging. It's been linked to hundreds of illnesses.
It's at the very center of many diseases: liver disease, diabetes, emphysema, asthma. I've studied all of these: strokes, heart attacks,
Even mental disease.
yes,
Depression?
Alzheimer's disease, depression. But we do know that oxidative stress is part of those disease processes. I don't want to wait until I'm 80 years old and find out that I should have taken it.
The company that makes Protandim says its tests show the pill, made from ingredients used for centuries, is absolutely safe. But because it's being sold as a nutritional supplement and not a drug, Protandim does not need FDA approval for safety.
Protandim.
So I'm always sure to mention this important legal disclaimer. This is a nutraceutical product, and we do not claim to cure, treat, or mitigate any disease. This company is truly of the highest integrity, and we stay in complete compliance with the FDA and are very careful with any statements that we make. So Kelly mentioned a bit about oxidative stress in her introduction. She truly has a full understanding of what this is. And as she mentioned, it is the #1 cause of over 200 chronic illnesses and the aging process itself. It's essentially an imbalance between the production of free radicals, which damage our cells and cause them to die or mutate, and the ability of our body to counteract or detoxify their harmful effects through the neutralization of antioxidants. In layman's terms, it's literally rusting from the inside out. When you leave an apple out on the counter, after a while, it turns brown. That is oxidation, and that's what's happening on the cellular level inside our bodies as we age. And this is because we're being hijacked by toxins, allergies, physical exertion, emotional stress, injuries, electromagnetics. We live in an extremely toxic world, and we are just on fire with free radicals in our bodies. Even the cleanest of diets these days cannot keep up with the free radical damage. Everything, again, that we put in and on our bodies either puts us on a trajectory towards wellness or towards illness. There are over 160,000 peer-reviewed published studies that can be found in PubMed, which is the National Institutes of Health Library of Medicine. It is the largest receptacle of peer-reviewed published research in the world that links oxidative stress to just about any disease you can think of. If you want to do some of your own research initially, go to PubMed or go to Google Scholar and type in any disease you can think of and oxidative stress, and you will find a connection. So these are some of the diseases that are directly linked to oxidative stress. Oxidative stress literally affects every organ in our body. You can see here listed hypertension, heart disease, melanomas, psoriasis, kidney disease, arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, autoimmune, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, ADHD, autism, cancer, MS, chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia. You hear of so many of these chronic illnesses now seem to be more and more prevalent these days. So knowing that there's a product out there that lowers oxidative stress by 40 to 70%, and oxidative stress causes most of your chronic illnesses, it's a no-brainer. This is something that you definitely would want to know about. So Protandim is what is called an NRF2 activator. It's the only product in the world clinically proven to lower oxidative stress by 40 to 70% in the body. This statement is in complete compliance with the FDA, and we are the only company in the world that can legally make this claim because this was proven in a human clinical study. So NRF2 is a transcriptional protein in every cell in our body, and when it is activated, it goes to the nucleus of the cell and turns on the genes that code for the antioxidant enzymes, superoxide dismutase, catalase, and glutathione. These are three of the most important antioxidants that our body produces, and Protandim, again, is clinically proven to boost superoxide dismutase by 30%, catalase by 54%, and glutathione, the mother of all antioxidants, by 300%. Sorry. So this slide gets me super excited about what we have our hands on. So here you can see, I'll use my mouse here. These are the 5 herbs that make up Protandim, and you can see that on their own, they don't do much to boost antioxidant activity, but when you put them all together in Protandim in the perfect synergistic blend and with just the right ratios of each of these herbs, you can see how this increases the antioxidant activity in your body. And this is what our patents are on. So let me explain the difference in taking direct antioxidants such as blueberry, acai berry, pomegranate, as opposed to activating your own intracellular antioxidants. Direct antioxidant molecules neutralize free radicals 1-to-1, whereas superoxide dismutase neutralizes free radicals 1,000,000 to 1. This is like the difference in throwing a Dixie cup of water onto a house fire as opposed to having a sprinkler system in every room in the house. NRF2 activation also upregulates over 600 survival genes directly related to disease prevention and lowers inflammatory genes and fibrosis genes. I also want to add something that happened just 2 weeks ago. This is really interesting. I was presenting to a cardiology group that I have recently partnered with. And one of the nurses, a few months ago, when she was telling the cardiologist in the group about Protandim and that it's an NRF2 activator, he said, wait a minute, how do you know about NRF2? It turns out that this group of doctors had just attended an American College of Cardiology conference where they first heard about NRF2 in regard to cardiovascular disease. And he could not believe that this nurse was already involved with a company that already had an all-natural, patented and peer-reviewed NRF2 activators. So needless to say, he's now partnered with us and obviously on the product as well. So after the ABC News clip aired, something really, really exciting happened in the research world. Doctors and researchers from major universities contacted Dr. McCord and allocated their own university dollars to study Protandim because of how huge this is for preventative medicine. So this is a very big deal when a university is allocating its own dollars to study something that you have formulated. That really says something. Ohio State University here and Virginia Commonwealth did studies on cardiovascular disease, which led to an endorsement from the American Heart Association, and Protandim is the only nutraceutical or natural product to ever be endorsed or published by the American Heart Association. LSU, Louisiana State University here, did a study on skin cancer, which led to an incredible skincare regimen. These are all third-party studies, independently studied and validated by these universities and the National Institute of Health. When you think about the different vitamins and herbs that you take, how many of them can you go plug into PubMed and 26 peer-reviewed published studies pop up? Or if you find one, let me know, because I'm always opening to learning new information. So another exciting development that just happened in the last few years is the National Institutes on Aging actually conducted a federally funded 10-year study on supplements and life extension. They chose 5 different supplements. I know they studied omega-3 and resveratrol and turmeric, I believe, on its own, and Protandim. And Protandim was the only all-natural supplement proven to extend life. It extended life in male mice by 7%. So this is the study that was conducted at Washington State University on the health implications of NRF2 activation in regards to several disease processes. And what they said in the discussion is what keeps me going every single day with this information. They said that NRF2 is potentially the most extraordinary and therapeutic preventative breakthrough in the history of medicine. So we talked about oxidative stress being the #1 root cause of over 200 chronic illnesses and aging. The #2 cause is mitochondrial dysfunction. Here you can see several diseases that are associated with mitochondrial dysfunction: autism, Parkinson's, epilepsy, muscular dystrophy, ALS, fibromyalgia, diabetes, chronic fatigue, Huntington's, Alzheimer's. Again, just a whole list of really scary disease processes. So LifeVantage formulated an NRF1 activator. NRF1 is another transcriptional protein that increases the number of mitochondria in our cells and repairs existing ones. Mitochondria are responsible for 95% of the energy in our cells and the energy that is needed for every single cellular process to keep our bodies functioning properly. Just like in our bodies on a whole, when we're tired, we don't function at an optimal level, and it's the same thing on a cellular level. Increasing and repairing mitochondria in our cells is one of the key tenets for slowing the aging process and helping our cells to function more efficiently. Our NRF1 also increases ATP, adenosine triphosphate. This is a molecule that allows for quick and easy access to energy when it is needed for cellular function. And when a cell needs its energy, it gets it from ATP, and then ATP turns around and gets recharged by the mitochondria. NRF1 supports cognitive and brain function as well as cardiovascular health and obviously cellular health. So I mentioned because of a university study on skin cancer, that turned into an entire skincare regimen. It is the first and only NRF2 topical. This product is extremely impressive, has a 23-page patent on its own. And whereas most other skincare products miss the mark and only work on the very surface of your skin, this is the only skincare regimen scientifically proven to fight free radical damage 7 layers deep in your skin. It is phenomenal. So The NRF2, NRF1, and the skincare line are the only products currently available in the United Kingdom. I still want to just very briefly overview our entire product line because if you do hypothetically, see this, get excited about the science, you want to build a business, I just want you to know briefly what is available in the United States. And, hopefully more and more of these products will be coming down the pipeline for the United Kingdom and the other countries that we are currently open in. So we have, we've taken this NRF2 science into several other wellness categories: pet care, the skin care, and we also have a cognitive performance drink called Axio. We have a weight management line, which includes a good quality probiotic, a fat burner that specifically targets the dangerous visceral fat and around our bellies that's directly linked to cardiovascular disease. So I'm going to include the full product line video at the end of this presentation so that you have the choice to watch it at your leisure. Okay, so if this science has excited you at all, and a business opportunity with us is could be anywhere on your radar, even 2 years down the road, there are so many advantages to this business model. You can work from your smartphone from anywhere in the world. You're part of a growing trend of online subscription ordering rather than retail brick and mortar businesses. And of course, there are many, many tax advantages to having a home-based business. This is leveraged income. It's a business that eventually takes on a life of its own because we have such a high reorder rate. This is something that when people truly understand the science, they never stop taking our products, especially knowing that with the NRF2, within 2 weeks of not taking it, you're right back to your original level of oxidative stress. So another, aspect of this is superoxide dismutase, glutathione, and catalase. These are things that we're always going to need for optimal health. That's something that's never going to change. So when you make a decision to start building a business in this industry or within this business model, the key is just to never quit. Once you start, just never quit. And when you do this and you start to see how this business model truly works in your favor, you would run through a brick wall to get it. And this is exactly, this is what we're doing while making a positive impact in people's health and people's lives and slowing the aging process at the same time. It's truly a win-win-win business model. And I'll add another win in there because we're having a total blast while we're doing this too. So this truly is an incredible, in my opinion, once in a lifetime opportunity to build a business. It's the perfect storm of science and credibility, and again, a company of high integrity. We are currently open in 9 different countries, the countries that you see there listed in the blue box, and over the next few months, we're opening in 7 other countries. This is really, really exciting, and you can build a business in any of the countries that we're open in. So literally, again, building a global business right from your smartphone and from anywhere in the world is so exciting. This is also a company that's really attracting a very sophisticated pool of medical professionals and business builders because of the validated science. This is so rare in this industry. Another thing that I've always thought of since the beginning of this, since I said yes to this, is it's literally like investing with Steve Jobs in Apple computers 30 years ago, and then 30 years later getting paid on every Apple product sold globally. We are so early to this game. So I'm going to talk about the timing of this. In this business model, the key is to get in early, and we are still so early in this company's growth and with this, getting this information out to the masses. So we are still down here, we're past pioneering and formulation. We are just on the cusp of hitting critical mass and momentum. So if you can imagine being with a company, at the $200 million mark, you start building your network of people just because you're passionate about the science, you want to impact people's health and lives. You start building your network now. Imagine where that network and your bank account will be when we hit the $1 billion mark. So I know personally, for health reasons and financial reasons, I'm really, really glad to have jumped on this train super, super early. So there are several ways to get involved. Of course, you can just become a customer and just get healthier on a cellular level, which that's great. That's, you know, a big part of why we do this, is to get people healthy and to educate people about preventative health. As a business opportunity, you can literally start this business for 27 pounds. And I'm sorry if I slip up and say dollars just out of habit as I'm talking about this. But you can literally order your distributor start kit for 27 pounds and then order whatever product that you want on top of that. Most people will go ahead and get what is called our silver pack, which includes your start kit, all of your marketing materials, and your website, which you only pay for one time. And then you get 2 bottles of the Protandim NRF2 and the 2 bottles of the Protandim NRF1. You know, one of the advantages of starting with this kit is there is at least a product discount by starting with this silver pack, as opposed to ordering the start kit and product that you want. So in the UK, there has to be a 7-day cooling off period before you can upgrade to one of our larger packs, which will unlock the maximized compensation plan. So I'm not going to go into great detail about our compensation plan in this webinar, but definitely if this piques your interest, circle back around with Kelly and she'll get us back on a webinar and we can definitely dive much deeper into the numbers and the business and the compensation plan. But so most people, most business partners, they start out with the silver pack. Like I said, they have to wait 7 days before they choose to upgrade. So with the gold pack and platinum pack, there are certain benefits to upgrading, because the first one is a deeper product discount. On the platinum pack, you also get free shipping. But also it unlocks a higher percentage of compensation. With the silver pack, you have the opportunity to earn 20 to 30% compensation on new business partner enrollments. With the gold pack and the platinum pack, you can earn 30 up to 40% on new business enrollments. And then this just kind of shows you the different products that are available in each pack that you get. Again, I'm not going into the compensation plan today, but what I do want to show you is that here in the United States, again, because this is a publicly traded company, this is public information, the total annual earnings, average monthly income of each distributor rank. We do have several elite distributors in the UK. I believe we launched in the UK, I'm wanting to say 1.5 years ago, and we do already have several people over there earning multiple 6 figures just from sharing this science information. You know, they got passionate about it. They saw this as a huge opportunity and are now, you know, earning 6 figures or more in this business. So these are our distributor ranks, Pro 1 through Pro 10, and that is based on the volume that's being sold through your organization. And if you look over here at this column, the average monthly income, this is just based on royalty incomes, not bonuses, of the distributor ranks. And just, you know, look along this column and just see, you know, what would make a difference in your life? What, you know, for some people, you know, just another $500 a month will keep them in their house. You know, some people think really, really big and want to, you know, go straight to the top of this company and earn 6 figures or more a month. And we're here to support you, whatever you would want to do in this business. If you, you know, if you just want to share this with one person, you know, a couple of people a month, we support you in that. And if you want to just blow this thing out of the water, I have literally been known to do presentations in the middle of the night for people in other time zones. So I'm here to support you, whatever you would want to do with this business. So I'm quickly going to show you the product, the full product overview video, and then I'm going to wrap it up at the end of this.
Our bodies are amazing machines. A machine that is constantly working to combat the environmental and biological stresses attacking it. We breathe in pollution. Our body works to filter it out. We get hot or cold. Our body works to regulate itself. We get sunburned, sick, or injured, and our body works to repair itself. But like any machine, just doing what it is designed to do eventually leads to wear and tear. And therefore, the longer it works, the less effective it becomes. It gradually begins to break down. And in the case of our bodies, we age. But what if that weren't the case? What if you could flip the tables so that as your body does what it is designed to do, it actually became more capable of dealing with the environmental and biological stress? It sounds amazing, doesn't it? Well, you don't have to imagine it, because that world is here. Introducing LifeVantage, a publicly traded company at the forefront of Nutrigenomics. Using nutrition and naturally occurring compounds to improve your gene expression for a healthier and potentially longer life. Our first breakthrough in nutrigenomics came with the discovery of the NRF2 protein, also known as a master regulator of the body's stress response. Now, aging and many of its unwanted problems are linked to the breakdown of our body cells caused by oxidative stress, damage from an overload of free radicals. Our patented Protandim NRF2 synergizer stimulates the NRF2 protein, resulting in the body producing its own powerful protective antioxidant enzymes, and is the only supplement proven in a clinical study to reduce oxidative stress in humans by an average of 40% in 30 days, therefore reducing lipid peroxidation to the level of a much younger individual. A recent peer-reviewed study from Washington State University calls NRF2 activation one of the most extraordinary therapeutic and preventative breakthroughs in the history of medicine. In a $3.4 billion antioxidant supplement industry, Protandim stands out as the key to making antioxidants rather than taking them. But there's another problem linked to aging that you need to fix: the breakdown of your mitochondria. Mitochondria are the powerhouses of your cells. They make adenosine triphosphate, or ATP, the fuel that pumps your heart, supports muscle growth, and encourages healthy brain function. And because mitochondria are the source of 95% of your body's energy, as your mitochondria decay, so does your energy level. Protandim NRF1 synergizer is a new breakthrough that supports mitochondria production and reverses the impact of cellular aging. When you combine both Protandim products, you reduce oxidative stress and help your body support mitochondria production so that you can have healthy, energetic, and youthful cells. Being the industry leader in NRF2 and NRF1 technology isn't the only reason we are at the forefront of nutrigenomics. Our next breakthrough was when we leveraged our unique knowledge of the NRF2 protein and developed an industry-first NRF2 enhanced skincare beauty system. True science. A multi-step system that takes years off your appearance with long-term anti-aging benefits. Our patented composition utilizes NRF2 technology and natural ingredients to bring back that youthful glow of beauty to your skin. And it is so effective, you won't believe the results until you try it yourself. A further breakthrough in nutrigenomic research led to the formulation of Physique, a comprehensive approach designed to recharge and balance your body's natural weight management system. The Physique system supports optimal digestion and immune function and is a safe solution to burn stubborn fat from your body. Combined with a balanced diet and exercise program, Physique is the smart way to meet your weight management goals. An additional breakthrough in nutrigenomics was when LifeVantage discovered a way to unlock your brain's potential with Axio Smart Energy. Axio takes a different approach to energy, specifically formulated to give energy to your mind, not just your body. We understand that when you feel tired or sluggish, the problem isn't simply waking up your body, it's addressing the mental fogginess and fatigue. Engineered with NRF2 ingredients, Axio is a brain performance product with ingredients specifically chosen to provide long-lasting power, enhance concentration and focus without the crash from sugary beverages and snacks or those stressful jitters often experienced with energy drinks or supplements. Axio Smart Energy comes in regular or decaf. Using the same groundbreaking anti-aging science as Protandim NRF2 Synergizer in a dog-friendly formulation, Pet Tandem delivers the health your best friend needs to stay active for longer. It's a human approach to healthier dogs. Reviewed and approved by animal health consultants, Pet Tandem for Dogs is proven to give our four-leggeds more time for tummy rubs and tail wagging. You see, like humans, every cell in a dog's body contains a protein called NRF2. When activated by Pet Tandem, over 200 genes get to work, repairing cells and creating powerful enzymes that protect them from future cellular stress. Pet Tandem supports joint function, mobility, and flexibility in man's best friend. In other words, all that chewing doesn't have to slow down. Our insatiable appetite to understand the power of nutrigenomics has led to breakthrough products that have been highlighted on national television networks like ABC, NBC, and PBS. They have also been reported in the Wall Street Journal and in peer-reviewed studies published in major medical journals. Our products stand out as leaders of innovation in the $37 billion supplement market, the $50 billion energy drink market, the $121 billion skincare market, and the $300 billion anti-aging industry. Exclusively available through our independent distributor network. Ask the person who invited you to view this information how to purchase any of these products, or how you too can build your own LifeVantage business and put Nutrigenomics to work for you. LifeVantage, at the forefront of Nutrigenomics.
So a big part of the reason that that these breakthrough products did so much better in the network marketing or direct sales arena is because sitting on the shelves in these retail stores, no one knew what oxidative stress was. Certainly no one knew what an NRF2 activator was. So there had to be an educational component to building this company, building this business, and to getting, getting people educated on this preventative medicine. So, the company hired a consultant who geared them towards this business model, and it has absolutely worked. This has turned out to be a relationship business, and when you sit with someone, either live and in person or over a webinar like this, they can gain a better understanding of the health implications of, nutrigenomics and biohacking and our products specifically. So thank you so much for taking the time to watch this webinar, and get with Kelly if you have any questions about the product or the company, and we can certainly help her get those questions answered for you. Or if you're watching this on the replay and someone else invited you to watch this webinar, get with that person. And, and Naomi and I are always here as your support to get started in this business. We very much plan within the next year to be live and in person in the UK, presenting and building community. And we are just very passionate about this. This has become our lives for sure. So thank you so much.